Hi everyone, good and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Ogechi, and in today's tutorial I'll be learning how to cut a frill palazzo pants. You can see the palazzo pants I'm wearing is very beautiful, right? So I'll be teaching you how to make this palazzo pants, and the tutorial for the upper part of this outfit is already up on the channel, so do well to watch it if you would like to recreate something like this. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share. Then leave your questions in the comment section if you have any. Let's go straight into the video. The first thing I've already gone ahead to do was to cut out the piece I'll be working with. For you to get the piece you'll be working with, what you're just going to do is to divide your hip measurement by 4, then add extra 6 inches to it. So after doing that, mine was 15 inches and it is on a fold of 2. Then for the length, you go in by your desired length, then you subtract 1.5 inches for the waistband, then add 3 inches for the sewing allowance. So that's what you'll be using to cut the length of your pants. So the next thing you're going to do is to go ahead and take out your crotch length. You will measure your crotch length. So for your crotch length, you can do your hip measurements divided by 4 plus 3 inches. Since it's going to be a free pants, for mine was 12. When you are marking your crotch length, you are going to take out 1.5 inches for the band, then mark. On the waistline, I came in by 1.5 inches, and I came in by that 1.5 inches to give my trouser a little bit of shape at the waist part. Then I'm going to be connecting it down straight into the crotch line. For this pant, we will not be needing our hip measurement since it's going to be a free pant. After doing that, the next thing I'll be marking is my crotch extension. For my crotch extension, I have 2.5 inches. For your crotch extension, you're going to divide your waist measurement by 4 and divide it by 4 again. That will give you your crotch extension. So you're now going to go ahead and mark it on the crotch line and also on the waistline and connect it with your straight ruler. After doing that, you're just going to form your crotch curve. You can use your curve rule or your free hand. So after doing that, that would be all for the front part of your trouser. The next thing you're just going to do is just to go in with your scissors and cut it. You can see it's very easy, right? And it's not complicated. So what I'm just going to do is to go in with my scissors and cut. Then I'll just open up the trouser at the folded part. For this palazzo pants, the material I'm using is a flowered crepe. So if you're using this kind of material, you have to make sure your pin is with you because you're going to need it, because it's not going to be very easy to work with. So you can either firstly try with an Ankara before using a material that is silky like this, or you can just go in with your pin and then just hold it at strategic point so it would not shift while you cut and you work on the pieces. Now the next thing you're going to go ahead to do is to work on the back. So I've already gone ahead to cut the part I'll be working with. So for my width, I am working with 18 inches. How I was able to achieve that was that I added extra 3 inches to the front part. For the front, I had 15 inches, and for the back, I am having 18 inches. That is 15 plus 3. And the 3 inches I added was just basically my crotch extension. So if your crotch extension is 4, just add 4 extra inches to what you have for the front. If it is 2.5, you can add 2.5. It just depends on your crotch extension. So for the back, you'll be folding your hip divided by 4 plus your crotch extension. And how you're able to get your crotch extension is to divide your hip measurement by 4, then divide it by 4 again. And don't forget to add the extra 6 inches for your allowance and freeness. For the length for the back part, what you just do is just add 1 inch to the length that you cut for the front. Assuming the length you cut for the front is 45, then for the back you're going to cut 46. Then from the upper part of the back, I came down by 1 inch and ruled it out. So the next thing you're just going to go ahead to do is to place your front panel on the back. You're going to place the front piece on the back and arrange it properly, ensuring that the waistline is starting from that 1 inch line that you ruled out. After properly arranging, because my fabric is stretchy, I just went ahead and pinned it so it doesn't shift while I'm taking my measurement and cutting. So the next thing I'm going to do is to measure from my waist to my hip. I'll be doing that from the 1 inch line I marked. So I'm going to measure my waist to my hip, taking out 1.5 inch from the 1 inch line I came down by. So I'm just going to mark it there, and on that line I'm going to come out by 2 inches. Then from my crotch line, from the part that the front stop, I'm going to measure my crotch extension. After measuring my crotch extension, the next thing I'm going to do is to go in with my straight rule and draw a straight line of 1 inch upwards, and this 1 inch is to cover the butt. After coming up by 1 inch at the crotch line for the back, I'm just going to go ahead and connect that point to meet the waist for the front. After doing that, the next thing you're going to do is to draw your crotch curve for the back. Before drawing the back crotch curve, I came out by 1.5 inches, that place where I initially came out by 2 inches. So I'm just going to connect from the crotch curve to that 1.5 inch I came out by, and then connect it to my waistline. I just hope you get. Just watch what I am doing, and that's everything I'll be doing for the back crotch. Then I went ahead with my ruler to connect the 1 inch on the waistline. I just connected it into the waist with a slant straight line. So for the inseam for the back, I'm just going to go ahead and measure 1.5 inch. I'm going to make it 1.5 inch bigger than the front. I'll basically be making the back 1.5 inch bigger than the front on the leg part, that's the inseam, and I'll be connecting with my straight ruler from the crotch extension to the hem of the trouser. And after doing that, the next thing I'm just going to do is to proceed with my scissors and cut. After cutting, we are going to have both the front and the back pieces, 2 pieces for the front and 2 pieces for the back. Then we are going to proceed with sewing, and the first part to be joining is the front and the back crotch. We're just going to sew the front crotch with 0.5 inch and also do the same for the back crotch. So I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine to do that and come and show you guys how it looks like. Before taking it over to the sewing machine, at the front crotch, I had to come down by half an inch and connect it into the waistline. This is to ensure that there is no bulginess in front, like it's not going to be bulky in front, so it will just help to make the front very fitted. So you're just going to come down by half an inch, then connect it into the waist with a straight line, just as I am doing, before you go ahead to sew. After connecting it, just go ahead and cut just the front, and you'll be cutting the 2 pieces of the front. Just only the front is what you'll be cutting. Now I am done joining the front and the back piece by the crotch. So what I'm just going to do is to arrange them on each other, right sides facing each other. After doing that, the first thing we are going to do is to join both the front and the back part, and we'll be joining the inseam first. So I'm just making sure that everything is matching, so make sure it is matching. Then you're going to take it over to the sewing machine and then sew it down by 1 inch. Then after sewing it down by 1 inch, you'll proceed to the sides and join each side by 1 inch too. After joining both the sides and the inseam, the next part we'll be working on is the waist. We're working on the waist now, so I'll be using an elastic band for the waist part. And for this waist part, the joining, I already made a separate tutorial on that, and it's already on my channel, so you can just go ahead and watch it so you can see how I joined the waist. So, and you will also be able to know how I was able to achieve my waistband. It is a very detailed tutorial on the waistband. So this is how my elastic waistband came out to look like after I was done. The next thing I'm going to do is just to attach it to my trouser, and that will be all. After attaching my waistband, I went ahead to fold in the hem of the trouser. That brings us to the end of this tutorial. I hope this tutorial was helpful. This is how my trouser came out after I was done, and it is now ready to wear. Do well to leave your questions in the comment section. You can also let me know if the tutorial was impactful. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.